So I wanted to make a video to help you guys with some of your kicking technique, with some of the smaller details that are going to help. We have a lot of time restrictions in the classes, so last night got a bit frustrated because I couldn't give you more attention, and the fact that you guys are learning to kick in a small time frame where usually before we would have had an hour and a half in your class, so I'll give you more time. So by doing this, I can give you the details so you can understand the kick better, and then we can work on improving the kick better with the limited time I have. So I'm going to do a kick on the right side first, then I'll do another video on the left kick, then I'll do a third video on multiple kicks. So starting off, first things first, right kick. It's going to come down to our feet position. Yeah, so on my hips facing my opponent, if I'm two side on and my opponent is there, my kick is taking far further travel. Yeah. Obviously we have issues with the floor we have in the studio also, because there's too much friction, so we can't rotate as much as we want to. If we wear socks, it gets a little bit dangerous and we can fall over. So facing my opponent, I want to be able to come up on my tiptoes, use this as a swivel and rotate to then swing the leg in. Obviously when we're kicking lightly, some of you guys aren't on pads yet, we'll be doing that next week. We obviously have to hold the kick back, and what people tend to do, they get a habit of stopping the kick. We want to get in the habit of letting our hips travel through fast and actually kick through the target. Obviously with that then, it's a bit of a contradiction because we don't want to kick through our opponent while we're training, but at the same time we want to learn to turn our hip through. So how I would do this is learn to land on my opponent by still letting my body travel through. So as I kick, I want to land and push off the spring back. That was a terrible demonstration, but a rough idea what we're trying to do. So let's start off again. So hips facing, first thing is my arms in my guide. As I step, I want to step in towards the direction I'm kicking. Yeah, I'm going to come up on my tiptoes to the ball of my foot. I'm going to pull the floor with this foot, push off this foot to help turn around. One thing I really don't want you to get in the habit of is pre-setting the foot, doing this, because now I don't have leverage to pull the floor, so my leg round, my foot is planted, and I'm just swinging the leg. I want to be able to put my foot down so I can pull the ground and swing around, then get the kick going. Yeah. On that same point, now this is the right kick. Some of you are getting confused with the arm movement. When we went to left kick, and this is why we're going to do two videos separate in the both. Step up. As I step, ball of the foot, the left arm drops down, right arm goes round. Rule of thumb, if I'm kicking right arm, it's my right arm that's going to swing down. So it's this arm is going to round my neck. Why do I put this around my neck? Why do I drop this hand? So I drop this hand to make space for this to go around my neck, to build up tension, torque in my hip. Once I get to this position now, this is going to become a lever to help rotate this standing, swiveling foot around, to swing that kick around. This arm that's created space for this arm to go around has to come straight back up. This is the action we're doing to swing the kick around. Now what a common mistake people do is they get to this position and they pull this around this side. Problem with that is this wants to help pull this shoulder back. If I want to rotate, I have to rotate my shoulders with my hip and ankle. If I pull this around there, this now stops me pulling back. I want to be able to snap. So right kick in leg, right arm swings down, left arm swings up. So again, back to start. I step on the left. I don't take my body to the left. I step in front, keep my body behind, arm swing round. I'm going to drive up to come up to this leg, what we call triple extension, ankle, knee and hip. The leg comes straight, my body comes up on this leg, but I want to pull up to this position. Once I get to this position, my leg in a straight point on the ball, on my tiptoes, allows me to swivel around easier. The arms then become the levers that help this swivel around. So imagine I'm in this position, imagine there's a rope going behind, I'm grabbing and I'm pulling this rope to help rotate this body around. This arm then comes back to this position. So think of this arm dropping into my pocket, this arm comes around my neck like a scarf, this then swings down to my right side pocket, this swings back up to my ear. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah. So those are the fundamentals of the arms and the leg. The last part of this arm movement, when we kick, we want to be relaxed. At the same time, we want to tighten up at the last phase. We don't want to be stiff. So the arm movement helps me stiffen my body up. The tighter I pull these, the tighter my core's going to be, the better the kick and more exposed the kick's going to be. So on the bag, when I kick this bag, if I stay relaxed, and I snap my arms nice and tight, it allows me to swing my kick in more explosively. And then I come back to my guard. I step, I swing through and I come back. The knee of the kicking leg should stay bent. I'm not snapping the knee, should be locked. When I land this kick through, it's landing in this angle. Yep. And it pushes off using my hip to swing back. It's not staying straight. If the leg is straight, I can't push my hip through. It's harder for me to rotate. The hip stays strong. I'm back to my base. Hands come up back nice and high. I want to stay tall. I want to limit lean. Yeah. The last point, the kick angle wants to come. So if I'm facing, my opponent's facing there, his left leg is going to come up my center line, my left leg is up his center line. His right foot wants to come up towards this hip, through to my armpit, swinging through. So when I kick, I'm kicking up at this diagonal angle. My rotation will then swing the leg and bring it back down. Yep. I think that's okay for now for this one. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to add another video for the left kick.